Hello everyone. My presentation today will be divided into four parts. Firstly, I will introduce the progress of our first phase, and then I will introduce the whole sampling campaign process of our program, and then I will spend several slides to introduce the second phase prospects, and I will also mention some contents on the capacity building of our program. I should introduce myself first. I'm Chong Chen from State Key Laboratory of Marine Pollution at City University of Hong Kong. And now I'm also serving as the manager of the UN Global Asterisk Monitoring Program under the leadership of Professor Kenny Liang. Firstly, you can see this map here, and in 6 continents, we already have many registered S areas. We have a total of 178 registered S areas so far. You can see the blue points in this map. And among them, the red points in this figure, it shows the sampled areas, which means we already recycled samples from these areas. But as you can see, I mark a number in the 6 continents. Although we have recycled many samples now, but we still have many collaborators that have not submitted their proposals. For example, in Africa, we should have 15 collaborators, but 10 of them have not submitted the sampling proposal. And for Asian, similarly, because we have the most collaborators in Asia, we have 51, but half of them have not yet submitted the proposals. So we kindly request all of our collaborators to take action as soon as possible. And here is our progress. We have now approved the 71 sampling proposals globally, and these proposals contain 124 areas. And we also sent out our sampling kit as introduced just now by Rochong. We have sent out 103 sampling kits to our collaborators. And we also have samples from 76 areas. These samples are from 30 different countries, and there are 17 areas have finished both the dry season and wet season sampling now. And these figures you can see they are all from they record the sampling campaign process of our collaborators, and these figures are all contributed by our collaborators. Okay, I will give a brief summary of our the distribution of all the pharmaceuticals we have detected now, but it should be noticed that it's not comprehensive now because it's only part of our areas. We are still waiting for more samples for further analysis. And for this figure, I just show here is for each bar in each compound is from all the sampling locations. Since that means we don't although our collaborator sample for us from upstream of the river to the area, but we don't reflect the spatial distribution here. And we can say for these 3 compounds, sucralose, caffeine, and naproxen, they are with the highest concentrations. If we say from the average concentration, sucralose is highest, is more than 3,000 nanograms per liter. And for caffeine and the naproxen, they are all between the range of 100 and 1,000 nanograms per liter. We can say these 23 compounds, the average concentration are also relatively high. They are between 10 to 100 nanograms per liter. And if we say from the detection frequencies, we can see caffeine is with the highest detection frequencies. It's 100%. That means we detected the caffeine in all sampling locations up to now. And for these 13 compounds, the detection frequencies are also relatively high. They are higher than 80%. We are glad to find these 16 compounds, the detection frequencies are relatively low, lower than 30%, and for ethanol, it has never been detected so far. And here, because we have some time today in our show, I would like to introduce the progress of each continent. And firstly, in Africa, as I mentioned before, we have 15 rejected collaborators. And we can say 4 of them have completed the first phase sampling, and they are from Ghana, and the other 3 are all from Nigeria. And there is one collaborator from Kenya is now conducting the sampling campaign for us, but 10 of the other 10 collaborators have not submitted the proposals, and they are from DRC and Ghana, and also one from Kenya and Saudi Arabia. And so currently we are in urgent need to collect samples in Africa as area because we can have a more clear map here for Africa. Africa has a very long coastline, but we currently, our collaborators are relatively concentrated in some specific areas, specific regions and countries. And because our collaborators should know, we will send regular emails to all of our collaborators, maybe every 4 months. So the next time is in June, and we will send a targeted reminder email to the partners that have not yet submitted the proposal. We are also calling for more potential collaborators from Africa, especially because you can see many the great part of Africa is not being highlighted. That means we don't have collaborators in this region. So any friends from, if you have friends or colleagues from these regions, we are very welcome you to join us. Okay, the next continent I would like to introduce Asia. Asia, we have the most collaborators, is 51, and some collaborators from Bangladesh and China and Indonesia, Malaysia, and South Korea. They have finished the sampling campaign for us for the first phase of GM, and also some collaborators from China and India and some from Malaysia. They are conducting the sampling campaign now. But also almost half of them have not submitted the proposal. We can say from the Asian map, 11 of them have completed the first phase sampling, 40 is conducting the sampling campaign, and 26 have not submitted the proposal. And similarly, we will send a targeted reminder email in June to our collaborators. And one thing I would like to mention is for Russian area, because as we know, Russian has a very huge area, but we are very glad because we now have one collaborator from Asia, Russia. They will collect samples for us in the western side of Russia. And the latest news, they also told us they will have colleagues to sample in the east area, but maybe only a small area in Russia. So if we have more collaborators from Russia to collect samples from maybe from north side, it will be very good. And because Russia, for this area, the best time to collect samples will be during this summer because it's not non-freezing period. And after this summer, we come into autumn or winter, it will be very difficult to collect samples because the water will be frozen. And the next continent is Europe. We can see here. For Europe, we already have collaborators from Ireland, Italy, and Slovenia, Spain, United Kingdom. They have completed the sampling campaign for us. And our collaborators from France, and also one more from Iceland, and the United Kingdom, they are conducting the sampling campaign. But also many of our collaborators, maybe from Germany, Denmark, and other collaborators have not submitted the sampling proposals now. And we can see from the Europe map, 6 of them have completed the sampling, and 11 is conducting sampling campaign, but 12 has not yet submitted the proposals. And for in this June, we will also request our partners to take action. And the next continent is North America. For North America, we have a total of 14 registered collaborators now, and 3 of them has completed the first phase sampling. They are from 3 of them all from United States, and 4 collaborators is conducting sampling campaign, and they are from Mexico. 2 of them from Mexico, and 2 of them are from United States. The other 7 has not yet submitted any sampling proposals. For North America, we now are engaging to find new collaborators in Canada, because very similar situation with Russia, because for Canada it also has a large area. But now we don't have any collaborators from Canada, and the best season to take samples in Canada also is also this summer, because it's a non-freezing period for this area. Okay, for Oceania, we have 9 registered collaborators. Up to now, only 1 has completed the first phase sampling, and it's from it's from New Zealand. And the 3 collaborators are conducting sampling campaign now, and they are from from Australia. And the other 5 has not submitted the proposals. And we are very happy to know an organization called Reef Catchment Science Partnership, RCSP, will be joining us around the eastern coast of Queensland to collect samples for us. I think the colleagues from RCSP should be online now. And for Oceania, we can see from the map, we are now calling for more potential collaborators from some areas like Western Australia, Northern Territory, and South Australia, with their lack of collaborators from this area. Okay, the last continent should be South America. And in South America, we have 21 rejected collaborators. 3 has completed the first phase sampling. They are from Chile, Panama, and Peru. And 7 is conducting sampling campaign, and they're from Argentina, Greece, and other countries. And 11 of them has not submitted the proposals. For South America, actually, the collaborators, the number are, I think the number are very good now, but we can still calling for more potential collaborators, maybe from the northeastern part of South America. There are several countries there that have not been highlighted now. Okay, because so many collaborators have not yet submitted the proposals, I'm afraid maybe because I also received always receive some questions requesting, maybe they are confused on the sampling campaign, and some of them may be afraid that this process should be very completed or something like this. So I would like to use this chance to introduce our sampling campaign process to make it more clear. Actually, our sampling campaign, we have a total of 4 steps. It's very easy. And for our collaborators, I believe you all completed the step one to join our CM network, we have a questionnaire. It's the first questionnaire. If we fill in this questionnaire, and it means you register a new SPLs, and our working group will review this SPL very soon. And after we review the new registered SPL, we will put the information in our website, and the partner will become our new collaborator. And then here we will come to step two. Step two means your after your SPL is rejected, and now you can prepare for the sampling campaign. And before sampling, you should firstly read through the four materials and also the theory videos in our website, including sampling protocol, sampling labels, and the data log. And these materials could guide you through all the sampling proposed. It should be very clear. And after you know very well on our sampling campaign process, now you can fill in the second questionnaire to propose your sampling information, including specific sampling locations and sampling time. Because many of our collaborators always ask me one question: why do I submit the first questionnaire and then also the second questionnaire? What's the difference between them? For the first questionnaire, as I said just now, it's just to register a new area. You only need to provide a location showing the position of this area, and if this area meets our requirements, it's okay. But for the second questionnaire, we are asking for more detailed information. It means you need to provide because usually in an area we ask for four sampling locations from upstream to the outer area. So in this questionnaire, you will need to provide the specific GPS of the sampling locations to show which location you would like to take samples. And you would also need to show the sampling time. You propose a sampling time, and we will usually send out the sampling kit to you maybe at least half a month before the sampling time, so that we will have enough time to do preparation. Okay, and please also keep a close eye on our website, because always keep updating of all the news on our GM program on the website, and you can find all the resources you need also in our website. Talking about the sampling locations, maybe some of our collaborators will also be confused on how to set the specific locations for our GM. We prefer 4 locations in each area, and the first one should be in the upstream of the river, and the second one should be in the downstream of the river, and usually between these 2 sampling locations, it should passing through the urbanized area. And the third location is in the inner area, and the fourth is in the outer area. And if you confused about the sampling season, we would say dry season, and also neat time is preferred for us. And also maybe some of you will think the principles of the sampling location is a little strict, but we also strive to adhere to the sampling principles as closely as possible to prioritizing accuracy and reliability. But in many cases, maybe our collaborators, it will be difficult for you to meet all the requirements. But it's also okay. You can talk to us, and we can co-decide your sampling locations. I will show you some examples. For example, here, maybe the most questions asked by our collaborators is for the location for the outer area location. Some of you may think it will be difficult for you to rent a boat to collect samples at the outer exterior areas. It's okay. Many of our collaborators set the location D in the coastal area of the exterior. It's also acceptable for us. I show two examples here. And the second question, maybe some SPRL, some people will talk to me and some SPRL, the situation is very completed. It's not very simple, a river and enter the ocean. For example, for this SPRL from Kenya and also for the Sydney Bay in Australia. And our collaborators will ask whether they could set locations in a different way, and we usually support the request from our partners because we believe local partners always know better of their local area. And for several cases, maybe some collaborators will have difficulty to collect the samples in some area, maybe in upstream area, they think it will be very far, not feasible for them. And even some collaborators say they can only collect samples near the exterior area. We also accept their requirements because we believe having samples is better than having non-samples. So any difficulty or you think you have any problems during the sampling campaign, please feel free to contact us and talk with us. We can co-design the locations. And after the first and the second step, now we come to the third step. After you propose your sampling information through the second questionnaire, it means you are ready to take samples, and we will send our sampling kit to you, as I mentioned just now, at least half a month before your proposed sampling prepare. And after you receiving the sampling kit, you should conduct the sampling campaign as soon as possible. Why we control the time only half a month before we send you the sampling kit? Because we will have quality control solution in our sampling kit. You can see here it contains HPLC grade water and also a mixed solution. The mixed solution, in this solution, all our target pharmaceutical, the concentration is 100 nanogram per liter. So this solution could not be stored very long because after very long time it may degrade or some. So that's why we will send you the kit half 2 weeks before your proposed sampling time. And here I also want to mention one tip because in some areas, in some water, the water may be very turbid. And we during our analysis of the water samples, we meet this situation several times because we say the water our collaborator sent to us, the water is still turbid. That may be no good because in our further steps of analysis, if the TSS in the water samples is not removed, it may cause our SP current to block. Yeah, so if in one location the water is very turbid, the TSS is very high, we recommend 3 steps here for you. Firstly, you can precipitate the water sample in a bucket for 5 minutes. And after the 5 minutes, TSS will shut down, and then you can use the syringe we provide to carefully extract the clear water, and then filter the extracted liquid and follow the next steps. Otherwise, our filter may also fail if the water is turbid. So after you taking samples for us, now we come to the last step, is step 4, and it's not finished because after you send your samples back to us, and you still need to upload your data log, and it means you need to record some environmental information for us, so that we can analyze our data and combining with the other influencing factors. And also, please notify us through our email and confirm the delivery arrangement to us. Okay, so that's all for 4 steps for our sampling campaign. I think not very difficult, and it should be very clear now. I think you agree. Thank you. Oh no, not finishing yet. And here, why I once and want to say we request our collaborators to take action as soon as possible, because we plan to conclude the first phase of GM program sampling by the end of this year, and that means you need to submit your sampling proposals no later than September of this year, because we should leave at least 3 months to do the further steps. And I also want to mention one thing is, if you don't receive any reply from us 2 weeks after you submit, no matter the registration area or the sampling proposals, please contact with us through email, because we will never waive any areas without any notification or communication with our collaborator. And that's all for the sampling campaign process. And I will spend a few minutes to talk about the second phase prospects, because it has been introduced by Professor Liang. So I just very quickly to scan these slides. As I mentioned before, we may adopt passive samplers to monitor a wider range of contaminants in future. And here, the first example here is another research group in our laboratory, and using the artificial muscle to monitor the radicalized environment. And also the second example here is the passive sampler to monitor PFAS in water samples. And it's not published by our laboratory, it's from other research groups, but it's very good and very convenient passive sampler using HClB as the solvents, and also they take 4 steps to using this passive sample to collect organic pollutants in water. And we may also consider this method in future. And also in our laboratory, this work, passive sample, is contributed by our PhD student Danny. We are also testing new materials now in our lab to compare its efficiency to absorb the organic pollutants in water, and to assess the feasibility of this material to use as the passive samplers. And we now, at current stage, we have tested and designed one material with relatively good performance. And in future, we will continue to invest the possible effects of some environmental influencing factor, may include the temperature, salinity, and the pH. And then after this period, we may assemble the artificial muscle, also adopting the new material with better performance, and then apply the novel passive samplers to global areas. It's also one of the methods that we may consider in future, and we can discuss maybe in session 2 here in this workshop. Also, we may also consider the collecting sedimental samples in our second phase. And here I show an example is contributed by Professor Liu Dongyan from Eastern Normal University of China. And they collected sediments from around the estuarial areas of China. And before they analyzed the pH and also OCP distributions in Chinese SDR sentiments, and it's a very good idea, and we think we may expand this area to the whole global areas. It will be good. Also, using the sediment may not only including the organic pollutants, we may also could analyze more information from sediments, such as antimicrobial resistance genes and environmental DNA and so on. Now come to the end of my presentation today, and I would like to show some capacity building and training activities of our CM program. For example, we always have some seminars and some conference and workshops, not only in China and also in abroad. And here I show 3 activities which happened in Shanghai, Qingdao, and Hong Kong of China. We have some seminars and workshops here. For our research in the past 3 years, the method development research introduced by Chong won the poster presentation award at a conference in Italy, and the review research on global imperial pharmaceutical pollution contributed by them also won the as best student presentation award at the SMPE 10, which was held in Hong Kong in January this year. And all I introduced in my presentation, we have these 7 expected outcomes. These 7 expected outcomes is what our TM is doing now. And so that's all for my presentation today. But at last, I would like to thank all our TM network, not only from our steering committee, our PI, and also our research assistants and our PhD students and also other colleagues. And I would like to thank most to our CM creators from all around the world, more than 126 scientists, and they are really helpful to help us take samples from global areas. So that's all for my presentation today. Thank you very